Thank you guys very much. Good morning. Good evening. How you guys feeling? You feeling all right? Welcome to whatever the heck this is. I'm your host, and I'm doing something that you guys asked for a while, and I didn't, and I finally listened. I am bringing back the Bowl of Destiny. We've got a really fun mashup today it's been a minute. I forgot how many good projects, how many good sessions that happened on this channel in the last couple years, I guess it is, doing Bowl of Destiny, right? Some really good ones, some really fun stuff. All of the, a lot of the stuff from the Drop Frames series, which, by the way, I listened to volume 1 of Drop. I was in the car the other day, and randomly one of my Drop Frames songs came on Spotify, and it was like, oh, hey, here's something you should like. I'm like, oh, forgot about these. Some cool shit in there. Partially, inspired by suggestions from the Bowl, and partially inspired by comments from the chat. Sound Redemptions is waiting too. I see you, Ari. I know. Yeah, Booty Down came from the Panic of the Disco Bowl of Destiny. Yes. Cupcake Cake, Robot Yodel. What was the mariachi one? There's a mariachi one. Justice for the Sound Redeemed. Okay. I see you. I hear you. Fine. You need more Mega Man. Damn. Okay. Go back and listen to those Drop Frames tracks. We did some good stuff. What else? Bing Bong. Yeah, Bing Bong. Allie H with big gifts right now.
I love it.
Poggers.
Should we do some shouts real quick? What's going on in there? Here's what we got. We got Dr. Gibb resub with Prime, Peppa Park resub with Prime, Bobble resub, Roland Gunman resub. And Allie H just gave out 10 subs. Allie H. Holy moly. What else is going on before we jump into this track? What's going on in the chat? License to Waltz? Yes. That happened here on the channel from the Bowl of Destiny. Vibe Train. Oh no, sick with the Rona. There's no more 112 sick with the Rona. Caught Miss Rona? Damn. Miss Rona caught you. It happens. What are you gonna do? Sometimes that's what happens. Hold on, I gotta fix my crap here. What's all this crap? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Should I just jump into it? You guys are ready to go, huh? Brown Mama's getting a tattoo. Specifically the one, adding to the tattoo that I drew on you. Must have been at a meet and greet, I'm assuming. That happened a lot. I mean, a lot, like more than I thought it would happen. Do meet and greets before shows and people were like, draw on me, I'm gonna get a tattoo. It's a lot of pressure, you guys. That is a lot of pressure to draw tattoos for somebody on the spot. Just like, hey, whatever comes to mind. Okay, cool. Like, here's a penis. Oops. Here's a the drawing version of booty down. Here's my screwed up drawing. Yes. All right, cool. Well, I guess. I mean, if you guys are ready to go, let's go. Let's do it. Let us do it. I don't know. I actually don't have any like ideas for the actual song itself right now. I've got some sounds. I pulled up some sounds. Here's what I got. I just pulled up some drums. Hold on, those aren't drums. Okay, some drums. So the vibe, by the way, sorry. The vibe is, here were the recommendations. A Tame Impala style song by Cocoa Blue Games suggested a Tame Impala style song. I'm Renemeth wanted a Jon Bellion style, which is really open. Like, it could almost be anything, because he's like, I feel like Jon Bellion will just do whatever. Like, he's not confined by the concepts of genre. Like, I feel like doing Ethio jazz today. Boom, let's go. Whatever. And the last suggestion by Peppa Park, Living Things plus One More Light. So, modern LP sounds. Let's do it. Let's get into it. With that said, I thought the drum sound that would fit, it's kind of like this kind of vibe, this drum sound. Okay. Thought it'll also need some claps. So I put a couple claps together. Little tambourines and... What is this? Oh, that's like a stomp. A couple little shakies and stomps as well. Thought this keyboard sounded cool. There you go. And then also, I felt like that one was a little more Tame Impala. But I also found this one. And then also this guy. This one felt to me like a little more Living Things. Yeah. Like a little Living Things, One More Lightish. Burn It Down. It's got a lot more like noise on it, and it's a lot more like the release is a lot longer, which we can actually change if you go down. By the way, if you've never like opened up made your own contact instrument, opened it up. So this one is made from, what is this? 7 samples. I sampled basically this note down here, this one, and then this is the next note, this is the next note, this is the next, I think. Yeah, I just sampled it's just, those are the samples. And then for like, this note is stretched up to be 4 notes. If that makes sense. So it's one sound made of 7 samples, which is actually, it's a different approach than one sound made of 1 sample or sampling every single note. It'll have like a different texture, especially as you get higher. Like that's gonna, if you can hear the noise to it, like the little rhythm to it, as you get higher, those are gonna get closer together as opposed to down here. All right, so to me, that's interesting. And then I'm gonna take the release and turn it way down. So now, if I do the burn it down thing. That's maybe too much. Let's split the difference. Okay. Sounds about right. Let's put a little reverb. I could use the contact reverb, by the way. There's a reverb in here. Or reverb choices, I guess, in here. You can just put it on the main. And there's a few different reverbs. What's the legacy reverb sound like? I don't love it. Let's pick a reverb from here. Let's try the Rome. Raum. Let's do that. I might need to need to think a tempo for this. Let's go down to like 116. No, that's not gonna work. Just what I'm hearing is, right? Kind of like that style. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if these guys should be shorter. Yeah, that's nice. Let's tweak the sound real quick. It's a little brittle, a little noisy. Maybe it's let me just turn this down a little bit here. So I'm going to use a multi-bend compressor instead of an EQ here. Because I'm feeling like this, here's what I can do with it. This part of it That feels fine to me. Okay. Let's listen to the next. This part needs to get compressed more. This section. Okay. You can actually use this as like a high pass filter if you just mute a section. So just grab a section and mute it, and that's what you'll get. In fact, you can even change the slope of your mute. Didn't know that, did ya? Okay, now this guy's compressing nicely, but I feel like maybe needs to be a little louder in this section. What if we do a little... Can I put a fifth one up here? I can. Okay, we're gonna do that. That feels good to me as a starting point. Let's put that in. Might have been better. So I decided not to quantize it because it actually feels better, feels cooler to me having it not quantized. Okay, and now we need to thin this thing out. Let's actually use the RC20 on this one. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens with the drums here. I need to get to the drums right away. These drums are going to be really quiet to start with. Let's get these other sounds down. Let's turn these guys down and focus on the drums a little bit here. Okay. Saving. These drums need to have a little aggression to them. The way they are right now, like they sound very polite, and to get that like Tame Impala kind of sound, they need to be a little like compressed and maybe a little distorted. So what this mix does, you guys ever heard of parallel compression or parallel effects, parallel routing? Basically, like your mix knob is kind of like that. Like you can make it really aggressive, like I can make it crazy, and then just turn it down and blend it back in. So that is different. That'll sound different than, for example, having the mix button all the way up and turning the drive up until. Anyway, So that's, yeah, that's just like a different approach. And get you a different sound. Let's try that, and then let's try and 1176 on it. I think the hi-hat needs to be double time. That's a different hi-hat. Like it's a little more, oh. What happened there? Let's listen to these drums real quick. Okay, I'm gonna just try a different, just out of curiosity. I feel like that's one approach, but I want to just hear what a different distortion sounds like. Oh, come on. Oh, we might have some problems today with this guy here. Okay, let's tighten up that kick too, because it sounds like... We're back. I think we need bass, right? Bass guitar. Let's do that. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I forgot to do this. Okay. It's a little clap. A little bit. Feel like we need some I need some incense for the day. I need some incense. Jesus, that's not the vibe. Gotta tune the bass. That's what I'm doing. Sing about that. I like that sound. If I turn this off. Maybe the vibe is like up high. I'll definitely do both. Hi guys. So sorry that went out on ya. We've got these two bass parts. I feel like another high bass part should be going there. And then maybe one of these. Like maybe this guy goes out and then comes back in. Here. Okay, let's make some new things. Maybe use the Super 8 while we're at it here. Top maybe? Let's go from the top and see if this is like too much of the same thing. Maybe you can do a new part. Like I feel like I'm riding the same chord progression for too long here. not the vibe yet. That's what happens when I just get rid of all of them. SLR, I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's better. Still haven't like dialed the drum sound in, unfortunately. There's still too much. It's like not tight enough. Is that coming from these? Found it. That's the drum sound I want. Sorry. I know. What if loud. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. Let's find out. What's up, Raiders? Let's come out of this part. Keep it going one more time. And then I'm going to end it here. Well, that's weird that it didn't record that second half. Oh, it like, weird. When I overlapped it, and I've never seen it do that. Okay, so like when I copy pasted and overlapped that note and then consolidated it, it actually turned it into one note, which is cool. I didn't know it was gonna do that. One thing I need to do here is this little bell sound. Let's do something we don't, a reverb we don't usually use. Where is it? Is it in my favorites? Interesting. It's not. So where would it be? Why does that keep happening today? How's the, does the sound come back on? Did it come back on? Yup. Let's try something different here. Sounds like out of tune. So that's going to be cool in that spot, I think. We'll keep these going through there. So here's how it'll go from the last part into this part. So I feel like it needs to have like a new part, like a cool, I don't know what here. Why does that do that every time? It's because of the compression, I think. Here, hold on. Let's just do this real quick. Ugh. Wow, that's so loud. Okay, so this section now needs a new, like, big part. Maybe this should just keep going. so loud. Some of those in. So I think that goes like here. Okay, hold on a second. It doesn't. It goes here. Okay. I can grab the third one and put it at the first one because I fucked it up. And let's do 2 of those. And I'm going to put some effects on this in a second. Hang on a second here. I have to do the first half again because I messed up too many times. That's better. All right, so with that guy, I want it to be really like echoey and stuff, but when I was putting the echo, when I was putting the reverb on it on the pedal board, it sounded like it sounded really messy, and I don't want it to be so messy. I also don't want it to be this loud. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start it here. Okay, I feel like that's becoming a cool part. Okay, should we listen from the top and just see where we're at? It started really far away from what this is.
You are now vibing with Mike Shinoda.
Poggers.
happens if I go from here. One sec. I wonder if this thing can actually go over this. Okay. It's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like if I messed with this for another like 2 hours, I'd like it even more. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Should we turn the volume up? Let's turn the volume up. Let's put some sauce on it. Turn the volume up. Let me just do this real quick. This is getting loud. Check out this move. So this is like a little, this was a Andy Wallace mix trick. I don't know what chorus he used, but I'm gonna use, should I use, SDOD doesn't have a blend. Maybe I'll use the micro shift. So like the last time I worked with Andy Wallace on a mix, he didn't on the live bass. This was on like a hunting party. Andy mixed Nirvana's Nevermind and Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, among others. Great, awesome, incredible rock mixer. And by the way, he also mixed one of my favorite albums, Relationship of Command by At the Drive-In. If you haven't heard that, you should go check that out. One thing that I noticed about Andy is this dude just like used the board. Like he just used 90% of his mix was like the desk, SSL, like gate compression and EQ. He used the little like, I mean, other than that, it was like a few like chorus, flange, reverb, delay, and his setup. Like on the bass, on a few of our songs, I was like, what did you put on the bass? It sounds so good. He was like, he like went over to the channel. He's like, he's like, their engineering is really good. So it was recorded really well. So I didn't want to mess with it. So he was just like, compression, a little bit of compression. No, actually on the ones we had, he's like, no compression at all. No EQ at all. Just a little bit of chorus. And I was like, just chorus? So what he did was, so if this is your bass, he just threw like a little of this. Just like a little of that. Here it is without that. Right in the middle. And he just threw a little chorus on it to like make it a little wider. I don't remember what chorus he used, but let's hear that in the mix here. compressors. All right, we got to go back to the top because I think that all that sauce helped a lot. From the top. And I promise not to stop it this time. Promise. Promise not to stop it. Oh! Drums sound so much better to me. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some shout outs to do. What do we have here? We've got here we go. Exogenesis sub for 1 month, tier 1. US top song. Sub. Mama Jen's resub. So Ronald. Resub. Bart Textures rated. Ella Pop Loba resub for 1 month, tier 2. Sanaf 96 resub. Hybrid Shinoda gifted. Stephen Curtis gifted 20 subs. Dustin 2013 gifted. Bear 86. Aram? Resub. Prime meets the Lonely Wolf. Resub. 3 subs, 1 month tier 1. House Ginger gifted 5 subs. Thank you guys very much. All right, guys. Just get my earphones all set up. What do you guys think about some like questions? Couple questions before we go. What do we have in the dashboard for questions? Let's go back. Let me go back a little bit here to questions that were submitted a while ago. And what do we have? Let's see. That question I already kind of addressed. This one. Lana Sipka says, "Hey Mike, did it feel weird listening to your own voice after recording it at the time you just started making music? I'm asking this because I'm about to throw up when I hear my own voice, LOL." Yeah, I mean, it's hard. When you first start doing it, it's like, wow, that's my voice? Like, what is that crap? Even if you've sung, like, I did like some like singing in choir and whatever. And there was like also some like mandatory like kid participation at school, you know, but like then when you record it, it does sound different. And you learn actually one of the funny things is you learn that that's partially influenced by the mic you use. So if you got a certain like cheap mic that like really affects the way you sound, then you're like, whoa, that's my voice. But it's like kind of not your voice because the mic is like affecting it a lot. I say this because the first mic I ever got was an SM57. And my voice sounded very different on that than it would on like this. So yeah, both things. Yeah, it's like part of it is just getting used to like what you sound like and finding a version of that you like, you know. Maybe you borrow some microphones from people, like just, can I borrow this for like a day and just hear what my voice sounds like at home, or can I just use it real quick and like just hear your voice on different mics until you go, oh, that one's really good. Oh my God. DRG 1011 says, "First and foremost, thank you so much for Ziggurats. It's fantastic. I'd love to learn more about your collab with Handsome Boy Modeling School in 2004. That is a very specific request and reference. Man, I think that like Dan the Automator reached out and was like, hey, we've been doing this thing. Like, would you be interested in participating? And they sent me a couple tracks. It's Prince Paul and Dan the Automator, who I was like they're like legendary hip hop producers. Prince Paul, for example, it's like he worked with like De La Soul, Black Sheep, Third Base. What am I forgetting that's like a big Prince Paul production? There's another like Native Tongues one that he did. What was the other big one that he did that's like, yo, that was Prince Paul? He worked on Gravediggers? I thought that was just RZA. It was RZA and him? Did he work on Hamilton? I don't know about that. Anyway, and then Dan, like Dr. Octagon, like he's Dan's just dope. And yeah, they reached out, they sent the stuff. I was like, this is great. I love this. Also, it was like cool to like work with just like guys that I was like had like it had like shaped my musical like growth or history or whatever. If you haven't checked out the first if you haven't checked out 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul before, like that's like a monumental album. It's like that was one of those albums. The reason it was so interesting is because it's like oh, rap music can be like this? Like they at the time like rap was like discovering new ways to exist. Like before that it was like, oh, everybody's using 808, everybody's using these specific drum machines, everybody's like sampling these certain things and rapping these certain ways about these certain things, right? Very started to get like into a box, and all of a sudden groups like Third Base and De La Soul, Snake Eyes says Prince Paul worked on Boogie Down Productions, MC Light, Big Daddy Kane, and Third Base. Like Big Daddy Kane is an example of like what rap was. Like Kane was very, very like good. He was like an incredible rapper, and he rapped about things that rappers rapped about. Boogie Down Productions is interesting because KRS-One rapped about, all of a sudden he was like, his part of his worldview was, I'm gonna use rap to educate my community. And so he was putting in like references about like black history and statistics about like socioeconomic statistics about black culture and black people. And it was like, whoa, this is a new type of rap. They're doing something different. And then years later, there were groups like De La and like Leaders of the New School with Busta Rhymes came from Leaders of the New School, and they were doing like songs about things you would never heard anybody do a song about. Like they did a song about the parent-teacher organization at their school, like being rough on the kids, like that they were in high school and they didn't like that the PTA was like what how they were treating the kids, like talking shit about their teachers and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, like you could rap about that. Why couldn't you? If you do it cool. I mean, not that that was the coolest song, but a bunch of questions in the chat. Do you like Rage Against the Machine? Of course. Have you worked with Josh Freese? Never worked with him, but I've met Josh a couple times. He's incredible. I was just talking about Josh Freese the other day. He's a drummer who's played for a number of different bands and done sessions for everybody. And just like Josh Freese is one of the most talented drummers alive. Like he's the type of guy where if you need a session drummer on a thing, he could walk in having never heard a song and just like listen to it like once or twice and be like, okay, and then like go in and play the song and then make it better. Like I've heard multiple stories from people that have worked with him where that happened, where he's like, that was like, is this how the song goes? And you're like, fuck, okay. And then he like does it a couple times and he goes, do you mind if I make a suggestion? And like plays a different thing. That's way better. Incredible, dude. So yeah. How about one more question here? These are old questions from like December. Did we answer this with Vizier of the Dead? Hey Mike, thanks for making my work days fun during your streams. Would you travel to space if you were given a chance like Bezos and other space tourists? We answered that, right? Hell no. I don't want to go to space. I love the fact that there are people who want to go to space. That's great. You should go to space if you want to go to space. Damn, I do not want to go to space. At least not in the current conditions. Current conditions are, if you go to space, you're not coming back. Like there's a bunch of ways to go to space that you could come back. But we were talking a while ago about like, if you go to space, if you go to Mars, would you go to Mars? Like, you're not coming back. You're gonna go to Mars, do it for the people. Colonize the moon or colonize Mars or whatever. Like, That is not my calling, you guys. God bless the people who find that to be their thing. And also, like, I feel like the Mars thing, like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, we want to colonize another planet because it's an achievement. Like, we want to be able to put a city on another planet because that's an achievement in the trajectory of the human story. But not if the whole point is, cool, we've got like a backup plan when we fuck this planet up. Because the truth is, there's a lot. This planet is a house of cards that happens to be standing up. Like, trying to build that from scratch somewhere else, I think you're gonna have, it just seems like it's gonna have a lot of problems. So how about we fix the one we got? I know I'm preaching to the converted here, preaching to the choir. But Mr. Buckworthy said, "Hey Mike, I was finally able to get my favorite ziggurat. Now my red face crew is complete. What do you think?" Let's look at this ziggurat. What are we talking about here? Senor Buckworthy. Let me just open up the link. Oh, okay. Tight. That looks good. I love that you guys, you remember way back when we were like, when I gave away those NFTs, the beginning of this whole thing, and gave you guys NFTs for free, and then you guys were like, okay, like I'll download it. And it was like, okay, these NFTs are worth money too, by the way. And everyone was like, oh, great. Should I sell it though? Like, I think I'm gonna keep it. Other people were like, give me the money. I'm gonna pay the bills. That, like, that's a real, like, aha moment that I've talked about a million times. And you guys know that. You guys felt that, right? There are still people who are experiencing that for the first time, right? Like, oh, this is like something that's like is worth money, but it's mine. Like, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to sell it. I think that's interesting. I just found out Code Crafting told me that the Gap just did an NFT drop on Tezos. Did you know that the Gap did that? And then if you collect certain ones and you show that you've got certain ones, I guess they fuse them, you get a sweatshirt, you get a hoodie. I mean, granted, the I don't know what the value of all of those NFTs would be to like get the hoodie, but I think that's crazy, man. First of all, it's the Gap in NFTs. Second of all, it's on Tezos. He's dope. LP Buckeye says AMC Theaters did one too. Yeah. Oh God, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade NFTs. Yeah, those were very embarrassing. Oh, I thought the Gap, what I liked about the Gap one is it wasn't bad. Like it was like, I looked at it, I was like, okay, like that's cool. I don't want one, but like, I like what you did. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's getting into it because they're trying to see, like, they're balancing like public reaction versus like how much does it make versus like public reaction from people that hate NFTs, but also public reaction from people who like NFTs. Like if you're a Lamborghini and you do an NFT, it's like, how are people going to react to this? I think it's interesting. God, I've seen so many dumb scam NFTs in the last 2 months. Oh my God, I've seen so many dumb things. Also, as well. I won't shout out the dumb. The thing is, like, you know, it's an interesting phenomenon is that, like, in general, having nothing to do with NFTs, I don't like shit talk a lot of stuff Like maybe in private to my friends, I'll like, you know, be like, this shit was fucking terrible. But you guys won't hear me do that. Like how often do you hear me be like, this music came out and this shit is garbage. Just like, this is setting the culture back. Like I got dumber by listening to this. So since I don't do that, people assume that I'm like, just very like, love everything, very like, or like I'm a big proponent of like, for example, using the NFT thing, like, oh, Mike is like so, like he's like a crypto head, like he is super bullish on everything in the space, like blah, blah, blah. As if I don't see shit coins and garbage NFT drops and go like, wow, what a waste of time. Like I feel so bad for anybody involved with this. Right? As if that doesn't occur to me. Even shit that's like, you guys like some of the shit that I'm like, nah man, I don't like that. It's not my thing. I think it's garbage. Rugs. People getting rugged. I'm not even just talking about people getting rugged. I'm not even talking about straight up Ponzi's. I'm talking about like, so obviously that. First of all, there's that. Second of all, though, there's also things that it's just like, here's my project. And I'm like, ooh, yikes. Anyway. I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm not creating FUD. You got, it's not all good out there, but there's some amazing stuff out there. Damn. I got to give a shout out. By the way, I'll tell you a project I do like. Did I tell you about the fluffs and how I like what I said about the fluffs to somebody? So there's this project called Fluff World, and there are these rabbits that are CGI generative rabbits, and it's an NFT collection. I was like, I looked at somebody, like a bunch of friends that they had talked about it, and I was like, I tell you about this on the Kevin podcast. Yeah. Okay, so if you listen to the Kevin podcast, you know the story. Short version of the story is Fluff World, CGI rabbits. I saw them, I was like, I don't get it. And then a lot of people I knew were like, oh, these are so dope. I was like, what? Why? And then I said in a chat with a bunch of people, I was like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't like them. And they were all just like, what? And I was like, I don't know. And I ended up saying like, they look like roadkill. And then everyone erupted in the chat, and I was like, wait a minute. And they were like, hey, Aaron, in the chat, hey, Aaron, you need to tell Mike who you are. And I'm like, this guy made the fluffs 100%. And he's like, yeah, he made fluffs. And I was like, okay, great. Like, sorry. And then I found out I talked to him. Well, everybody else was like, but for real, Mike, you need to get some fluffs because like they're so incredible. And I'm like, okay, like why are you guys so into these things? And they were like, I talked to Aaron about them and like what the plan was for them in the big term. This dude's doing AI brains for NFTs. He's doing like interchangeable AI brains that theoretically, when they develop it out, you can put it inside NFTs and let them roam the metaverse like autonomously. This is the villain origin story. Peppa Park says villain origin story. Dude, it is a villain origin story. It's so dope. Like Oni88 says, these are roadkill, changed my mind. I feel like that about like 2/3 of NFT projects I see. But yeah, no, the idea, like they're making all these different, and they have like, they're like integrated into like so many other different projects and just like planning. Their plan isn't for the like 12 months, 24 months. Theirs is like the like 10-year, 20, 30-year plan. And they're actually like executing on this stuff, which is, I love it. I love it so much. So dope. And then you look at the price of these things, and I think when they told me about it, when I first heard about it, they were like, I don't know, like a quarter of an ETH. They're probably like $1,000 each. And I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot for like a roadkill. And then later when everybody was like, blah, 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 you got to get one, you got to get one. They were like 1 ETH, which at the time was like over $3,000. I was like, you guys are going to make me get these things. Like, lucky I like had flipped a bunch of stuff and I could do it. So I got 2. And now they're worth like 4 ETH each. So what can happen? It can happen. You can make a good bet. I shouldn't talk about this stuff on the stream. It's not cool. It's kind of nerdy. Kind of like bad taste. I only say that because it's like, here's why I say that. Because I didn't like what it looked like, but then I learned more about it and I was like, oh, actually, it's not about what it looks like. I don't care what it looks like. I still don't like what they look like, but I like the company. Like I like the whole concept of what they're doing. And so that's why I bought it. It's like, so that's a weird, like, yeah, that's what it ends up being. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I will not be on tomorrow. I will be back next week. I appreciate you guys watching, and maybe while I look for this raid, we'll play back the song from today. Let's do that. Let's play back the track from today one more time. What do you say? Let's do that. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna look for this raid. I'm gonna play this thing back. Let's see what raid I should do. Oh! Looks like Spaceman Live is on. We haven't raided Spaceman Live in a minute. All right. That bass a little loud. I like how it goes up. I feel like the up is very like part of the vibe of this song. Yeah? All right, you guys. I hope you have a good weekend. I'm out of here. Please enjoy your raid. We'll see you guys next week, okay?